Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the first upload that I've done in a very long time. Hoping to get back to doing some more regular content now that I've actually got into a draft league which is on cart. So I'm hoping the aim is this time round in the VDL is to upload a game every week. But we'll see how it goes. That's the aim. And yeah, so I'm going to give you a quick introduction of my team. I don't remember the order I drafted them in. They're just going to be up on the screen for you. And I'll give you a brief description of why I've drafted them. So first up, I picked Indeedee. Basically, I was going with the follow me and the psychic terrain. I want to be able to stop priorities because that's always good, and follow me because that allows me to stat boost any mons I get that are able to be stat boosted. That was the plan going into the draft, so I was second to last on the wheel, and Indeedee was still on the field, so Indeedee was my first pick. It was honestly a flip between Indeedee and Farigarath, but I thought the psychic terrain could help me just because I'm used to battling in it from previous draft leagues, so Indeedee is what I've chosen for as my first. Second pick was Dragapult to go alongside Indeedee. It's quite nice. It's got that ghost typing and dragon typing. It also gets Dragon Dance, so if I want to be offensive to start with, I can always use Follow Me and then Dragon Dance with Dragapult, and then it's very likely to be the fastest thing on the field. Which is always positive. So following Dragapult, I really don't remember the order I drafted them in, so I'm just going to say the order they're in. I then got Hippowdon. I've previously used it in VDL. Got quite infamous with how I was using it to basically stall out games. Thought it'd be fun to do it all over again. Unfortunately, there's no Dracovish this time around to help it, but it is what it is. I'm just hoping that Hippowdon can come in, do some shenanigans and leave, even if it's just a case of I set up Sand to break someone's sash to one hit KO them, essentially. Then we've got Kilowattrel. I've been using this in the WPL on Showdown. I love this mon. It's a really good tailwind setter. It's got 3 really good abilities. Volt Absorb helps it take electric attacks and heal it up. Wind Power is great for tailwind because it's a brilliant tailwind setter, and competitive is great, just getting a +2 in special attack when someone tries to drop a stat. I've been using it in all sorts of modes. I've used it as an offensive terror type. I've used it to boost speed in battles just to give me that edge. I find it really versatile, and I'm really looking forward to carrying that on this season in the VDL with it. Then I got Dreadnought. Dreadnought again, really good stat boosting mon. Shell Smash gives it great offense and makes its speed more bearable than what it would otherwise be. Frostmoth, again another mon that I can stat boost, but I also picked it up just because I've never used it before. Gives me some good ice typing, so if I'm up against hail users or snow users as they now are, I can have that out there. It gets boost to its defense, so I'm hoping that will give me something to bring now and again, not too often, but when it does show up, hopefully it's doing big damage. Cacturn goes alongside Hippowdon. It's a Sand Veil user, so boosts its evasion in sand. So that's the only real reason behind me drafting it, but it also gives me that dark and grass type coverage, which I otherwise wouldn't have had, and it was a very low D tier pick, so I was happy with that. Then probably my biggest offense out there is Armor Rouge. It alongside Indeed is doing quite well in VGC. I know it hadn't been picked up to the point where I was really eyeing it up, so I went for it. It was about halfway through the draft. So yeah, it's a good one. I'm happy I got hold of it. There are other ideas I've got using alongside it, but we'll get to those probably later on. Hopefully I get to show you one week. River Room, again, just a mon that I really wanted to use. Poison Steel, I think, is great typing. It's got two good abilities. One ignoring rage powders and sleep powders and spores and any of those silly powder moves, and the other taking less damage from super effective attacks. So yeah, I'm hoping that this guy can really do some good stuff for me. Then my last two were baby mons. They were just there, but they helped complete my type chart. I managed to get one of every type, two normal, two psychics, and they were Jigglypuff. It's got Friend Guard, which is literally the only reason I picked it. So I can essentially have a better chance of surviving attacks when it's out on the field, but it's also got some decent status moves, and yeah, I'm not exactly going to be using it for offense, but there are some tricks I've seen it do, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to pull something out the bag. And then finally Riolu, just a fighting type Prankstermon. It's lost coaching this generation, but it's got access to Howl, so it can make Dragapult, Dreadnought, Cacturn, Rivaroom, all these mons which are already quite offensive, even just more of a threat, and Hippowdon as well. But I can also set up Rain with it, so if I really wanted to one week, I might go Rain Dance Riolu next to Dreadnought in Swift Swim. Not saying I will do it, but it's an option that is there. Yeah, so that's my team. And we've got a surprise this week. We've got a week 0 match against Mismag. So I'll pull up our sheets and show you what Mismag's got. Right, so Mismag, the reason there are two Indeedies is because the VDL has 24 coaches. Now, if we had 24 coaches drafting from the pool of mons we had, it wouldn't work out. Like, it just wouldn't. There was four tiers, and there'd be no way for all 24 coaches to even have 2 S tiers. So they split the draft into 2 pools and created Scarlet and Violet. Mismag waited for all of Violet to finish and then created this team from what was left over from Violet. So their team is the Titan Snova, the clear and obvious Set Snow, so Titan Go Boom, Indeedee, so there could be some follow me stuff going on there, and a belly drum maybe. Morgrim, so a prankster user. I'm not too worried about Morgrim because obviously I've got the psychic terrain, so it really probably ain't going to do too much. Haunter, again, I've got Armor Rouge and Indeedee for that, so I doubt that shows up, but never know. Mudsdale is an absolute beast. I love this horse. I used it in Series 1, got to Master Ball rank, and just, to be fair, every time it hit the field, I think I was only defeated once out of about 13 battles. But yeah, it's just, I just find it a really fun one to use, and I know to respect it. Jolteon, it's just in general a scary mon. I respect Jolteon, and especially for the C tier it was in, it can be a real threat just because of how fast it is and how hard it can hit. Masquerain, I just see as an Intimidate user. I don't really know too much else it does. In rain it could be a threat, but he doesn't really have too much of a rain team, so I doubt that's going to be an issue. And then we've got Skuntank, and then finally Dozo and Tatsugiri with that Commander unaware stuff. So a very scary team. I'm happy to be facing a Dozo team, if I'm honest, because week 1, the first official battle, I am facing a Dozo team. So we'll see how my team cope against it. Yeah, so that's my quick breakdown of it. Into the match. Alright guys, so we're into the match. I'll let the match do the talking for this because you can see what's happening, and I'll be back after the match. Okay, so I've got a quick breakdown from the poker paste in front of you of the team I took. Obvious, I won that match 2-0. Indeed, Dreadnought were great. Dreadnought was absolutely fantastic. It basically ran the show. Kilowatt rule for me, done exactly what I needed it to do, take out a Dondozo. Survive on the focus sash. The Jolty on in the end, I'm pretty certain was Scarf, because Dreadnought, if I EV'd it correctly, was meant to outspeed a Jolty on after a Shell Smash, and it didn't. So, yeah, how it was being played, I'm pretty certain it was a Scarf Jolty on. Not much else to say, just happy how the match turned out. Dreadnought indeed done exactly what I thought they would do. Reveroom was there to support Willity Dozo. Kilowatt rule, again, just done what it was meant to do, and Dragapult is always a threat. Hippowdon didn't get a chance to hit the field. You'll get to see that another week, hopefully. Anyway, see you later, everyone. Have a good time. Bye.